The Institute is an interesting combination of academics and real-world community outreach. So our mission is threefold: to promote virtue and flourishing in OU students, to promote the study and science of virtue and flourishing, and to promote the flourishing of all Oklahomans.
We started dreaming about what we could do at the University of Oklahoma that would make a difference both on our campus and affect our students, and have an impact on the world beyond campus, make an impact for people who live in the state of Oklahoma, for the way we think about the role of higher education in human flourishing anywhere in the world.
We wanted to be able to have programs for the development of moral and intellectual and civic virtues in students. And then we wanted to also be a center for outreach to the business community, to high schools, and to be a center for researchers all over the world.
Before I arrived in Oklahoma, I received an email from the principal of Norman High, Dr. Scott Beck. And Scott is very, very interested in character development and human flourishing. And they have done work on their mission. They've done work integrating that into their classrooms. They've taken advantage of the things the Institute has to offer. They were our first partner high school. We're very fortunate to have them on board.
Our school mission is, we have 3 words, very
Right.
simple, and so citizenship, scholarship, and character. So citizenship, this idea that I'm part of something bigger than myself, that I'm contributing to a greater cause. Scholarship, addressing the academic nature and what it means to be a scholar and what it means to have curiosity and learn and a love for learning. And then of course the character piece. This summer the Institute actually hosted a week-long training for teachers, talking about character strengths and beyond. Gail was actually part of a team that we sent to that, who came back and then we implemented our back-to-school in-service.
I think it has great potential to help you understand any human interaction and look at the power in that. If we could understand people better, and the idea of civility because you are listening and you're taking in what that other person has to offer, the possibilities with that are huge. I mean, any relationship that you have, if you can help kids along their journey, if you can help students along their journey to maturity, think about the healthy relationships that can be formed. That's not an academic piece in my classroom, but it is what holds everything together.
Sharon Warren of OKC, of OK Ethics, said, talk to Nathan Miller. And Nathan Miller is in charge of Strata Leadership, Inc. And they go out and do character development in businesses. And Nathan thought of SALT. And then I think Nathan brought Wes Lane into the picture.
And once we found out that the Institute for Human Flourishing could benefit, their work could benefit what we're trying to do here in Oklahoma City, it was just a natural match. One of the major initiatives is to try and help our schools to flourish. And our schools in Oklahoma City, probably not unlike schools around the country, public schools where children, particularly poverty and the like, those kids are suffering. We feel like that's one of the greatest causes we can perhaps get involved in, is to try and help children.
What we really were wanting also was to be very strategic and craft something of a plan that we could call others into this vision. But that really requires metrics, and it requires being able to partner up with folks who really come at it with that alongside. And so at the wonderful opportunity of intersection, so here's the Institute, and they're engaged in the study of human flourishing, and they have associations with other individuals who are very specific in what this looks like and can actually help give us a roadmap, because there's no point in us reinventing the wheels.
And they did something called Camp Impact. Leah Miller directed that, and she's phenomenal. And that was a wild success.
Where we have seen the most success is with our Camp Impact.
And it's honestly probably one of the best experiences of my life, because we had the chance to impact such a diverse community in such a little amount of time. And honestly, I never want to look back. I'm just going forward.
And so we were able to start that from the ground floor by putting out applications, recruiting students to be a part of that program, recruiting and training peer facilitators and staff facilitators, and really just building that from the ground and providing that 3-day opportunity for students to look at virtue in an intensive setting. And so we spent a day looking at the theoretical side of virtue and what it is. Then we spent a day doing service at a local homeless shelter here in Oklahoma City. We also had students go to the Capitol, look at civic virtue in those ways as well.
The sheer quantity of things that we have done for the first year, I think is pretty impressive. So we've managed to get some courses funded. We have our assessment plan in place. We have conferences planned for this year. We have done community outreach. We have a partnership with SALT now, and others are coming into focus. We have had such uptake from the community and from the institution. It's been tremendously gratifying and extremely rewarding, but we are fast becoming overwhelmed. So, we need to keep up the momentum, and we need to get other faculty in here. Psychology and character education would be great to hire other faculty, but if we could get hard funding and become endowed, we would really be able to maximize the opportunities that are already present and just really take off.
So this is going to be a difficult task, but if we really want to move the field of character development, character virtue development forward, if we really believe that character development is an essential facet of human development that makes for individual thriving or flourishing and creates young people who are invested in making their world better, then the opportunity we have is greater than the challenges of collaboration. So that's the tasks before us.
But here, I can ask anybody anything, especially in the Institute, if I need anything. And I've never been actually held up or supported by a group of people that didn't even know who I am. And now it's just like, it's a new home, and it's awesome.